What's up, Vault Hunters? This is Pine Piper 33 here. Back to you guys with more Borderlands, the Handsome Collection, with Borderlands 2 and playing Cage. Today we are doing a damn fine rescue. I'm going to be headed up to try and save Roland from the Bloodshots. First step here, get in a runner here in Three Horns Divide. Just pick that over here by the Happy Pig Motel. I've already grabbed that. Headed on this direction to go try and get in.
Nobody seems to be around. Just drive up and honk your horn. Maybe this won't be so hard after all.
So really all you have to do is go up, honk. They're just going to tell you that it's not actually one of the cars. And then we're headed off to the dust. So just come over here and start the travel. Something you can do is actually hang around and kill off all the bandits that pop up over the wall, but there's not really a point to it other than a little bit of the experience. But anyway, we headed out over here to the dust. Be visiting Scooter's sister Ellie. She's right down over here. Just go ahead and drive in, start a cutscene.
I should have killed your fat ass when I had the chance!
Sorry, what was that? You got to speak up! That was awesome.
So that's Ellie.
Oh, howdy! I didn't see you there.
Okay, so you'll need to hop out and talk to her. If we can talk to her. Jeez.
Name's Sally. My brother Scooter told me.
Okay, let's let her continue to talk. Come up over here, talk to logins here.
Not one so cute. Trying to rescue your pal Roland from the dam.
I'm in the danger zone, man. My buddies kicked me out of their job.
Okay, we're actually not going to be doing that one just yet. I guess we wait for him to finish talking.
Steal their balls and burn their net.
This particular mission is very much a reference to Top Gun. Anyway, so for this one, we're going to be going around killing off some of the bandit vehicles. Usually there's a few like right over here. Okay, so that's one. Here's the second one. Well, these actually do quite a bit of damage to your vehicle, so just gotta watch out for that. Okay. So that's two. Usually that's all that's around this area, so just gonna drive over the hill here. The other three should be fairly easy to pick up. There should be one right to the right. Be another one that spawns right after. Yep, there he is. Make sure you pick up the parts. So the other one we kind of got to drive around a little bit for.
Roland can handle whatever the Bloodshot dish out.
Just going to take out this buzzard here. They get rather annoying. There we go. Our last one, obviously, as you could have seen, it's right down this area. Not quite sure where he drove off to. A lot of slag spider ants. There he is. And not much going on here, just trying to take out these guys. Pick up the spare parts.
You have parts? Great! Just bring them back and we'll get you rolling.
Alright, so like she says, we're just going to be heading back over there to Ellie's garage. Try and get there as quickly as possible. That way we don't have you guys having to sit around very much waiting for me to get there. Travel time usually is kind of the most boring parts. Alright. So here she is.
Got your car ready over there. Let's make some modifications and you'll be good to go.
Alright, so just be tacking that on.
All right, looking good. Now we just gotta get. Have you seen those?
Okay, now essentially what's going to happen is she's going to scan this into the catcher ride system. She can now start using those. I like using the catapult one just because it's does more damage. You don't have to really worry about where the barrel lands as much.
Stay the hell away from our caravan, people. We're carrying very valuable stuff for Papa Hodunk, and I ain't getting robbed again.
All right.
Now you construct one of those bandit-looking things from any of my brother's catch rides. Come back and see me sometime, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, should be killing more cars. Now, I don't like doing the other mission, that's the Top Gun mission, until we're about to leave the dust and head back to Three Horse Divide. I wait on that just because it's kind of a rougher mission, and it doesn't really have anything to do with anything else that's going on. On around the other area.
Get away from the caravan.
So this is a caravan escort. You can just kind of avoid them. They won't attack you unless you attack them. But if you want to
I surrender. Just rob me and
stop,
get it over with.
there's a chest on the caravan. I believe it's also a challenge to actually take this. Oh my gosh, okay. We'll grab that just because. Alright. Moving on with the mission. We'll be taking out this bandit vehicle here.
This all kind of reminds me why I came out here in the first place.
Okay.
Lived in sanctuary for a while. The Mexican hassling me about working for her, putting on makeup, moves and words. I just got sick of her nagging and came out here to get on my own. That and I was worried Scooter might have a crush on her. What?
That's kind of gross, not gonna lie. Why is he shooting at me again? There we go. Wait. Can't believe that didn't pick it up. Here was another one?
Man, would you look at that design? Like an
Come here.
eagle soaring
Come
through the
here.
sky. Only the eagle's like 300 pounds with a kick-ass rack.
There we go. Just gonna be coming back over here, looking again. Where are these guys? This will be the last one, so snag this and then head back over to Ellie. And all you gotta do is set them up around the area. Okay, seriously, this guy. NASCAR racer, maybe? Always turning left? Except for right now. It's the only downside to this freaking Bandit Technical. I really wish the machine gun on the front was a little bit more accurate. Okay, so we got all of those.
Just put those ornaments all around the garage. This place is gonna look badass once they're up.
Okay. Not too overly complicated, just
People are gonna see
Put 'em
that
where
and
the
they
silhouettes
come in
are.
and be like, yeah, that one's my favorite.
oh, there we go.
That one's looking good.
There we go.
Let's just get this out of the way.
Now the sad part is that this mission only nets you something for your vehicle. In my experience with this game, the relic actually doesn't do much for you. So boost capacity, recharge rate, recharge delay. I guess if you were racing, which isn't something that happens. I don't think I've ever noticed that poster before. It might actually make it worth it, but in this case, it doesn't. So we're just gonna dump it. I don't think I want that. May need that down the road. Maybe. Probably not, though. Gonna dump that. Hang on to that. And continue moving. Okay, so currently there's nothing else to do in the dust other than go up into the other Top Gun mission. So that's what we're gonna go do, and then it's probably where we will end the video. This guy, all fine. We'll just kill you. There we go. Okay. Now, just gonna ramp up into the buzzard camp. Boost as much as you can. And boom, we're in the buzzard camp. As far as I know, this is the only way to get up here. Okay, so picking up fuel and volleyballs. This is also a really great place to release Death Trap once you get the attention of everybody else. I realized that was a suicide midget. They're trying to blow up my car. Not that it's gonna do them any good. Okay, so just yeah. Go over here and grab this other volleyball. There is a unique gun that's just down here. Honestly, I can't remember what it's called. It's a reference to the movie 7. I don't know how many of you guys have actually seen that movie, but if you have, awesome, you understand the reference. If not, then you might want to YouTube a video called just YouTube 7 box. Probably need to throw the word movie into that search though, but usually it's this box, and there it is. Good times. Alright, so we're gonna grab this just because. See Gwen's head. Alright. Sometimes it's there and sometimes it isn't. So if it's not there, you may have to try a different playthrough. Most of the times it is, so. Now coming back up here, there actually are more bandits that you end up having to deal with. Well, usually. Guess not this time. That's okay. The only reason we're not going to pick that up is because it's not the orange. Well, actually, what are we rolling with? I'm gonna use that. The other one's a spike shield. I'm not too worried about that because we won't have rack to deal with. Actually, no, we need to do it this way. Yeah, there's a chest up here. It's actually worth getting usually. I'm not sure how that guy was still alive. If you start having to deal with buzzards that you haven't killed, that's when I would pull out Death Trap. Since we don't have any to deal with, we're just gonna. There was an extra one. Oh, there they are. Well, the reason I suggest Death Trap for dealing with the buzzards is because he has this lightning attack, which is that attack. That basically just nails them wherever they're at. Okay, there we go. Where's this buzzard? There. infinity pistol. Very, very nice. Fairly sure. Yep, it's actually better than what we got. Okay, so Buzzer Pilots is now done. Again, all thanks to Death Trap. He's also running over here to kill this guy, which is probably a pilot. Alright. Here we go. Supplies! Okay, quite a few guys down here. There is Goliath or two, I believe. Bring him burn a little bit. So again, with the infinity pistol, try to get a little bit closer so you don't have to worry about where your shots are landing. Just because of the sporadicness of where in the infinity symbol it actually hits. Okay, let's wait for Death Trap to get back up here. There we go. So there's this chest up here to have a look at. I don't think we really want a rocket launcher. Here's our Goliath, a few other Marauders. Sometimes it is worthwhile to actually knock the head or the mask off the Goliath. Just let him go around doing your work for you. Alright, where's this guy? There he is. Corrosive weapons do really well here, for obvious reasons. Maya is actually really good through here as well, since she can just phase lock the buzzards and deal lots of damage to them. It won't actually lock them in place, but again, it does loads and loads of damage. Where's he at? There we are. Death Trap's gone. It's going to be up to us to try and take him down. He was burning though, so not a big deal. Oh yeah, okay, so the last volleyball. Grab this money. Alright, so the last volleyball is actually up here. Grab that.
Don't bug out now.
Okay, now before... Oh, actually, here's one more volleyball. Before you do anything else, make sure you get this chest. This usually has really good stuff. Today it doesn't. That's okay. My experience, though, this usually has really good loot for your level. Alright, Death Trap back up. Alright, last volleyball is here. Okay. Obviously, have a Goliath to deal with. There's that Marauder up there. We're going to avoid him, just for the sake of time. Okay, so you come over here, oil up the net. Oil and gas up the net.
You're gonna show them I am dangerous.
Okay, we're going to burn the net. I'm just going to kill off the shirtless men. They can be a little bit tough, so just Death Trap, because technically they are badass class. What's nice is they can hide from you, but they can't hide from Death Trap. Alright, level up to 13. Now, we're not going to worry about the car, just because there's a station just right over here. We are going to pick up super recoil reduction, maximum health, and tell you what, fire rate. Let's also use that point. Again, just going to run it in here. Actually, let's have him come restore our shields every once in a while. Especially since we're using a Nova shield, which only works when your shield is up. Well, I should say it recharges once your shield's up. So we can Nova, have him come refill it, and then we can Nova again afterwards. So redeploying the vehicles so we can come back down here. And we're just heading right back to the garage. Heading back to the garage, because that's where Loggins is at. And then from here, we're headed back to Three Horns Divide.
You can be my wingman anytime.
We'll take that because I don't think we have an electric SMG. Now, as much as driving back here is fun, it does take a little bit longer to drive from the dust to Three Horns Valley. That's why I think I said Divide earlier. Obviously, we're in Three Horns Valley. So once you're back here, come back over here to pick up a new car. Again, it does need to be one of the bandit technicals. Doesn't matter which one you get, but make sure it is a technical. We're going to go honk in front of the Bloodshot's gate once
Drive up
again.
and honk your horn. They should let you in now that your ride looks all bloodshotty.
It looks like one of ours. Let him in.
Honk to enter.
Get back on the horn.
Okay, you won't need your car at this point. They're just trying to get the gate down. This is where they realized that they messed up.
Trick! Kill him!
I believe there are a couple of guys in here that are resistant to flame damage. I want to say. I could be wrong. It has been a little bit since I've been in here. But, obviously there's a few nomads. There will be a boss fight here in just a second. Take out everyone else so you don't have to worry about them during the boss fight. Okay. There are a few up here that you need to get to spawn. Unless they won't spawn.
We got an intruder! Get
Alright.
him, Bad Ma!
Alright, so we're going to be dealing with Bad Ma, who is the boss. Not too hard. He's a little bit tougher badass, really.
I got no time for this!
It's more of an introduction to some of the other enemies that you'll be running into a little bit later. Most of which have one midget strapped to the front as opposed to 3. Here's the death trap spot. It's a boss, so it'll be fairly obvious. If you take off the ropes, usually the midgets will start helping you against Bad Ma. They do come after you afterwards. And that will work the same way with the rest of the shielded enemies with midgets on them throughout the rest of the game. A Snyder with burn damage. Slightly better than what we've got, so we'll go with it. Mostly because it's Maliwan. Okay. So he had a key. Put that in here. Get the bridge to come back down. Something that you can do with this boss is... Do we drop that? Oh no, he did. You can farm him for Iridium, as it's a good source of it fairly earlier on in the game. My experience, you don't need that much Iridium right off, and spending the time to farm him really doesn't do you much good. So, yeah, next video we are going to be heading into the Bloodshot stronghold and start making our way up to save Roland. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you always pay the piper, and we will see you guys in the next one.